So now we got Jimmy, who is a very high-level Cloud in this region, going up against a man who's Ixis, a man who has been making his presence known this tournament.
I actually saw the grand finals where he had got the bracket reset and actually was able to win it to come to Chicago. So that was actually really crazy.
Yeah.
He's got a really solid Sonic from what I saw, but Jimmy is also a really good solid Cloud here in Chicago, and I'm really happy that he's actually coming out a lot more.
Yeah, no, he's one of those faces where you get to see him. You get to see him, but personally, I don't see him enough. Like,
yeah.
I like it when he comes out. He's one of the homies. So,
definitely.
Anyway, so this time around, Jimmy kind of playing on the back foot at the beginning of the match, but he's got stage control, so he can get some stuff going.
So the good thing about this matchup is that why this matchup people claim to be either even or slightly in Cloud's favor. Wow, is that with Limit, he has the tools and the momentum and the speed to kind of keep up with Sonic, to kind of keep up with that campy style, which is playing really well for Jimmy because he is catching. He is just catching.
Ooh, he reached for the stars with that back air and got paid off really well. That was nice.
So these invaders really gotta.
Yeah, they gotta step up their game. That's definitely something that they gotta do.
Really, really happy that Chicago's just showing.
Ixis kind of responding with some damage of his own. Oh, back air, still putting Jimmy off stage in a kind of a bad position, but he manages to make it back center stage.
Jimmy holding on to the limit. I think this is gonna be where he's gonna burn
No
it.
jump. He did save his jump, but he saved it till he was really low, and he really couldn't afford to come back in any way other than burning his limit. And
he rebuttals with his own back air. Sonic's back air is actually very, very strong, and I don't believe has any sort of sour spot. Like the whole hitbox in itself is like a strong hit, which kind of can put a hurting onto somebody that can't really get back to stage as well as Cloud can.
Oh wait, I completely forgot that you go to RMU with J-Rock, so you definitely know a lot about this. You definitely know more about this character than a lot of people.
Man, this matchup can be so stressful on both parties if they're both playing on their respective like A game. It's so hard for Cloud to try to go in, and it's also very hard for Sonic to try to outcamp Cloud. It's a whole huge mess, and if they're both.
That was almost the end of the game there. It's just trying to seal out with the up air after the spring, but that Cloud's up air coming in super clutch. I thought that was going to kill because it was all the factors, rage, town and city, everything coming into play, but just not enough.
Jimmy's trying his hardest to stay. No, and just like I was saying, that back air is just really, really strong when it comes to the characters that can't really get back on stage so like quickly or efficiently. It's very stressful for Cloud.
Yeah, and at that point, it was really only one direction for Jimmy or one recovery path for Jimmy to go. So he basically ran out of options and gave Ixis the free edge guard that he needed.
Jimmy's doing really well by stalling his recovery, though. I see him like doing cross slash, and if he's jumping, he's gonna make sure that he immediately presses the air dodge so he doesn't try to get hit with something like that. So we're back here. Well, we're on Smashville now. And how do you pronounce his name? I apologize.
Ixis.
Ixis, right. Okay. He's going to try to keep his momentum that he's been having for the last stock, actually. He was able to pick that up pretty well.
Oh, okay. The fancy footstool tech on the platform. I like that.
Jimmy's trying.
Yeah, I think, honestly, if there is any game plan that you can stick to, it's just run away, get your limit up, and that's when you can at least start to throw out some offense towards Sonic's way. Because as long as you have limit, you have that kind of intimidation factor, and you also have the buffs that Cloud, like the passive buffs that Cloud gets when he has limits. So, it's one of those things where it's not as bad without limit, it's pretty rough. With limit, I feel like it's
an easier time because there are certain characters that Cloud can burn limit with, and it's not much of an issue. But when it comes to characters like Sonic, that he wants to do everything in his power to try to keep up and try to use limit not for the kill potential but for the stats.
Yeah. It's just the one major problem is that this entire set, Jimmy as soon as he tries to get the ledge, Ixis has just had his number every single time, like almost every single time. And it's really showing whenever he's at kill percent. Like anytime that he's just trying to recover in the safest way possible, Ixis just has an answer for it all. It's really tough. Although right there, that's the equalizer coming in.
And hopefully Jimmy can take back some sort of momentum and try to tie up the set. But he seems to be having a very hard time trying to get in. But maybe this can be it. Getting in some good damage and finally equaling it out.
Honestly, that's the one thing. If Sonic's going to be playing kind of a passive game, then you got to do the same thing. Just wait your turn. Don't do anything too crazy, and it's okay. You don't have to go for like 5 or 6 uppers in a row. Sometimes just 2-piece, 3-piece little strings here and there. That's all you need. As long as you keep doing that, you'll slowly but surely work your way back. And the platform definitely working in Jimmy's favor there. Doesn't get to the ledge in time.
And I saw Jimmy shake his head. Just he knew that he wanted to try to grab ledge and not waste limit, but unfortunately that is his downfall. But
that, yeah, I mean, little head nod there, kind of knew. That was like that's kind of been the story of that set. Just the one mistake, and then Ixis just immediately he smells blood in the water. And just goes for it.
Well, that's really good on him because he was able to see his win condition right then and there, you know.
Oh yeah.
And Jimmy's probably gonna ride that mistake out and.